Might be working, might not be working. Well, this doesn't seem all that convincing. Let's see. Well, hopefully it's working. My everything is freezing constantly. Oh, I can see Rambo, Bone, and Jack, you've sprung in as well. What's she eating? So far, a globule of something. I think it was, what was it, a potato? Is what Tenshi said yesterday. Let me just find all the windows that I need open. That might be all I need. I don't know. Is there music? Can you hear music? Can you hear me? Me. Don't know why I stuttered there. My layers, I have 2 layers so far, Rambo. I don't need to organise anything. Yep, slowly trying to get back into drawing anyway. What? Wow, Photoshop is very slow. Turn back on, please. There we go, yeah, base. Send that over the top, and then my next version, yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure how loud music is, so... And I don't actually know if it's technically copyright free or anything. So I don't want to get myself in any trouble and having to mute the stream again, because that was annoying. Very annoying. Oh, hey Fleur. I really need to find out what's going on in Photoshop. I never actually fixed it. Okay, this is meant to be a huge brush. Yes, I might need to stop using Photoshop and open one of the alternatives. Wow, this is bad. Great way to start things, isn't it? Yeah, the CPU is fine, graphics card is fine, it's just Photoshop. Yeah. Actually. Yeah, all across the board, everything looks fine, it's just Photoshop deciding to not play along. Great. Can you listen to me for once? is working, but it picked up the colour. I should stop whining in a second once it actually plays along. Close enough. Let's go with that. So, what have I missed? Oh, I've restarted it about 7 times before. Yeah. It really doesn't like me zooming in, does it? I might have to zoom in and stick to that size forever. One day I'll get started, don't worry. Bit close. Oh, what's going on there? Oh, my misunderstanding. Okay. I just hit undo, right? Yes, I did hit undo. It's taken forever. I doubt it. I might need to get a new computer though. I've almost had enough of sorting out all the issues with this one. And it's almost entirely my fault because I built it. I wonder if I can draw on a small one. We'll find out, won't we? Everything is anatomically incorrect. I'm just terrible. Come on, Photoshop. Just don't be shit for once. Graphics card barely being used. CPU barely being used. RAM barely being used. Well, it appears I can paint using the mouse. What about my other pen? Wow, I've only just seen that come through. That is quite some delay there. It's not even like I'm working on a giant canvas either. To size select. Dun, 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 dun. This is growth because I'm using the tiny one. Wow. Wondered how that would work. I've given up the pretense of knowing what I'm doing because obviously I can't build PCs either, so why even bother? But yes, I was given the idea to get back to drawing, and it appears Lieutenant Serebyakov. See how was the suggestion? Yeah, let's go with suggestion. Just please work. I put my mouse. Well, it looks like I'm using mice. This is going to be interesting. Maybe... If it really gets to me to the point where it's unusable, I'll just close it all down, restart the stream once I get... I can't remember what the program's called now. Working. I know that one at least works, I just haven't put it over onto the streaming thingy. You might be able to tell I haven't had much sleep as well. Why am I doing this? I can just go doodly-doo and do the entire thing and work backwards. In fact, let's do that. I have no idea what this music is, I just found it, and hopefully, yeah, as I said, it's somewhat free. Do I do art for a living? No. I'm a graphic designer, so in some senses you might be able to say yes, but in actuality, no. I'd be very surprised if anyone actually seriously started paying me for this. It's like I'm working with like a 7-second latency. On a good day. Lieutenant Chocolate. Didn't they have some chocolate in the show? Something like that. And I've actually almost gotten to the point where I can remember to say lieutenant instead of lieutenant. Damn Americanizations. Constantly making those mistakes. Don't colour that in, zoom out. I want this. This is going to be very dirty, very rough, and just gross all around for quite some time. Erase, please. For the good of my sanity. Ah, it only took 15 minutes, but it's now accepting my pen strokes roughly on time. And yes, for previous streams I've had like the other free music you can find on YouTube. And I've been listening to stuff like this sometimes, so I've decided, let's see if there's any that I can just put on a big playlist kind of thing. Although I've never heard any of these songs, so first time for me and probably a few of you as well. Any tips on learning how to draw manga style art? I would like to know as well. Although seriously, for the most part, if you're completely new to it, is just getting practice, as lame as that sounds. But it has to be good practice. You can draw something a million times and get really good at drawing it that way, but if it's wrong, you're just wasting your time. So, if you don't know any of the fundamentals like perspective and like anatomy, then go on to those. Or if you just want a just cheap, dirty way of doing it, which obviously is my preferred method because I take shortcuts whenever I can, find a picture that you like, put it on one side, and try and copy it as best you can. Then when you're done, when you're happy with it, compare the two, see where you've gone wrong. So, oh, this arm is too long, the eyes are misaligned, the head is more square than it should be. Those kind of things. It's not great, but it gets you out, gets you to start doing stuff. And since it's something that you like, well, usually you draw something that you like, you won't get bored of it midway, which is another problem I face. Yes, there we go. It's now somewhat playing along. Nice. Maybe I should make this hard. And by that I mean the hardness of the brush before you draw any conclusions. Yeah, it's art in general, but it depends on your starting point, isn't it? Manga art is just about you gotta have really clean line art, which is something that I can't do, especially in Photoshop. And stop it. There we go. From what I know, if you don't get the line art and the structure working, then it just looks wrong. Yeah. The main body proportions are exaggerated sometimes. They're not really consistent with actual anatomy. So there's those differences you've got to keep in mind. But it's not too bad. Now, what was I? Oh, that's what that was. And I will actually name this for once. No, I didn't. Oh, I did open it. Damn. That's why it was taking forever. Okay. And yes, it also depends on if it's digital or not, because I can't do digital, as you can probably see. I find it much easier to draw in traditional mediums. Not sure why, it's just always been the case. See how long it takes to catch up. There we go. I need to be closer to it, but I can't. That's fine. I'm trying something relatively different with this one because whenever I draw, I get focused on a single thing, realise I can't do it, and get disheartened. So now I'm doing it the same way that I did for the Neko drawing, if you remember that. And look at the latency on this. Where I'm just going ahead, putting in the blocks, and worrying about it later. Oh, Tenshi. Well, you didn't miss anything, so you're fine. And surprisingly, Jack, that wasn't too bad of a reference. I caught that before I was surprised by it. Thanks, Sal. I'm surprisingly quite warm. Mainly because like England doesn't really have AC or anything, does it? So there's no quick and easy method of cooling down. Well, there probably is, but none that I can really do on stream. Okay, that's done. Make a new layer. Let's choose a colour. Let's go green. About here. And because my tablet is calibrated differently, I have to see what the colour comparison is between this and the actual monitor. Everything is really saturated and then it's not on here, so... I need to leave about there. Thanks, Al. I need to figure out what those numbers are because they're not correct. True, you can't go broke if you're already completely poor. Don't know if that sends a good message, but we'll take it. Yeah, this is really kind of pastel. And that's really emeraldy. Eh well. I can always just edit that with the hue and saturation values. For example. And that should do. Let's have a look what that looks like there. Not overtly bad, if I have to say so myself, which is surprising because I usually hate it all. Oh, that's an issue though. I do have to colour pick. Colour pick, please. Please. Thank you. Sometimes I really wonder, is everything just out to get me? Or am I just that complacent that when things break, it's fine. Why am I colouring over this? That makes no sense. Need to make the eraser solid. Let's go with that. Drop this layer underneath the uniform one, and I can supposedly, there we go. God, I hate you, Photoshop. I hate you so much. Why can't you just behave like any other program? Yeah, Victoria has really big eyes. Almost off-puttingly big eyes compared to the rest of the characters. Like it doesn't quite fit. Oh, that may be why I'm using the wrong tool. Photoshop, you have spared yourself from my wrath and ire for the time being. Google telling me that there's a security alert because I have logged on to my own stuff. Nice. Good to know they're actually trying to protect me though. There's only a vague colour difference there, so I'll put in the... Well, when the shadows and one actually get put in, then you'll be able to see... Because that bit of hair there, here, you shouldn't be able to... Well, it's in this darkness, isn't it? I really wish I could draw and paint nicely. But oh well. I never pretended to be good. So I got that going for me. Usually, things work out if you just pretend to know what you're doing. At least that's what I found out. Talk as though you know what you're on about, and usually people will just agree. Until you come up against someone who actually does know, and then run. Or as some people that I know just start crying, and that usually gets what they want as well. Not that I'm trying to call anyone out, but... Oh, that is right, Tenshi. Big brain, big memory. Hands are definitely one of the hardest things to draw. Thank you, Fleur. I expected to turn around and see Sal again for some reason, and so it took a minute for my brain to recognise that I was wrong. Where's the camera? Yeah. There you go. There's some hands as well. Not great, but I was relatively okay with those, considering. Oh, yeah, that's what I was doing. Let's erase this out. Whoopsie. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer and the wrong colour. That should explain most things there. How does that hand work? I guess I'll just leave it. I'll put it dark. That'll do. Put it in shadow. Yeah, you stand out now. You can't hide amongst everyone else. Unfortunately. But yeah, going back to drawing and learning, there are so many different styles out there, especially if you're going after that kind of manga or anime style. Doesn't really matter if you screw up. Just look at like early Dragon Ball or Pokemon. They were bad. But they've carved out their own style among it now, haven't they? So I guess everything worked out. Okay, even using the mouse, it doesn't seem to want to accept it. Hey there, Galactics. I could stream myself trying to work out your coded messages. Correct. It would be several hours of sobbing, self-flagellation. That's pretty much it, really. Maybe curling into the fetal position every now and again. What colour is... I never actually looked. What colour eyes is Serbiakov got? Actually, I can look it up because I'm not capturing the monitor. I'm capturing a window. That's another mistake that I picked up on from previous streams. I spelled it correctly. Oh yes, it's that very catching blue, isn't it? And catching was not the word I meant, it was striking, but oh well, it's been said now. This is far too bright. Only took a few attempts to get through to the Photoshop. Come on. You can do this, you're meant to be used as a drawing apparatus, aren't you? Well, there's quite a few people who quite enjoy Monogatari, isn't there? You just ate 1 kilogram of lasagna. Cool. I actually haven't had lasagna in, whoa, far too long. It's one of my favourite meals. Now, I will attempt to clean all of this up sooner or later. Or at least I should. Did I close that window? Damn, I did. Because that was meant to be reference for other colours and stuff to use. For example, her lapels. it. Not sure that was quite necessary, Jack, but okay. Some people Isn't this just the Star Wars Cantina? I need to go and check that. Yep. Okay, let's skip that, because that is probably definitely copyrighted. Yeah, anyway, as I was about to say before I was interrupted by Star Wars, some people are capable of eating a lot and it not mattering due to metabolism. I am one of those very annoying people. And also why it is quite aggravating, because the rest of my family are always on diets. So whenever I go around, I'm on the diet as well, because they're not doing separate just to appease my ass. Which I think is a bit unfair, really. Oh. This is something that I picked up on. I can't remember who it was that told me. It was another art streamer, but I can't remember who it was. But for shadows, you want to change the colour as well. But unfortunately, I can't remember if it's meant to change it to the colder side or the lighter side. So let's just go with this for now. If it draws, which it won't because that's on a razor. Well, you see, that doesn't quite work, Jack, because if I was taking people on dates just so I could eat, I'd be paying for it. Or at least I'd have the pretense of paying for it. So I can just go by myself and it'll be cheaper. Then I'll just put in some flare lines to indicate where shadow should be, and let's see if Photoshop catches up. I'll put in some up there and later. Don't think it's catching up. Hey there, Dynamite. How are you? Don't believe I've seen your name around recently. You're right, Fleur. Absolutely right. I'm not ashamed to go and eat by myself. I've done it a few times. Although when you end up getting food and it's more than the 3 people sitting at the table opposite you, so, okay, maybe I should cut down. I really would wish that I must have a memory leak somewhere. But it's just strange because it's only Photoshop that does this. And also, only OBS that does this. Although I haven't actually checked recently on the Nier videos. But there used to be huge frame drops when there wasn't in-game. Not that you really care for any of this technical-ish speak. I've been to all-you-can-eat buffets before where the people I'm with have been sat there for another like 20 minutes just going, can you please be finished? We want to go home. Because that makes you feel good. So I haven't even had dessert yet. That'll do for now. That's quite a suitable quote, I think, Rambo. What's the point of going to an all-you-can-eat buffet and being expected to, I don't know, be sensible? Let's not do there because I'm not trying to emphasize any true shadows. I'm not doing any drastic lighting or anything. Partly because, well, almost entirely because I don't know how to do it. If you've seen any of my previous pieces, I don't know lighting. I mean, I know the basics of where it goes, how it falls, how shadows are formed, etc. But the drastic, like forced lighting and whatnot, could never do it. And I'll have to zoom in to fix that. That's very good of you, Fleur, but I don't know what use it would be because my Photoshop, my computer is an enigma. It does what it likes a lot of the time. I've given it all the allocations for memory and RAM that it can need and extra. And it's still like, nah. I think I'd just like to ruin this guy's day. Lock the layers that I'm done with. Let's call this hair shadow. Very inventive, I know. Oh, hey Bunny, how are you? You could also draw Tanya's hands trying to... Ah, yeah, getting the major in there, yeah. Have I watched Shirobako? Pretty good anime in the Japanese anime industry and the creative workflow. It probably would be interesting to me. I'll just type it in. There you go. That's now saved in my history, so I won't forget it. Won't forget it. Oh dear. Jack. Discord commands don't work on YouTube chat. Yeah. Creating a webcomic for the art players was drawing. Do you have a website with my drawings? Do I have a website? No. Have I put some of my drawings up places? Yes. Do I remember where I've put them up? No. Have I heard of Code Geass? Don't know the actual pronunciation, but yes. Sal back with the flexing, yes. Although strangely, it is still up, right? Yeah. No notification came through for me. You've broken it, Sal. Do I have a web manga? No. Would be the truthful answer to that, actually. I have got a lot of paper of stuff that I've been drawing along the way, as well as a big ass book that I had from childhood that I've been filling up. All of the old stuff I've deleted out of it though. Well, ripped out of it would be the actual term, because you don't delete physical paper. Where's the... Make another new layer. And no, that's completely wrong once again, Jack. That was a singular drawing and has no connection to anything. It was just because someone said, so I drew. My actual one-shot is completely different characters that I haven't showed anyone, and of 20 odd pages, I've gotten about 5-ish, like to this stage where it's like they're there-ish, and the rest is just conceptualized in thumbnails. And then there's like another few that haven't even started on yet. Because I is smart. I is definitely not wasting my time. And great, that's cut out. Why is that cut out? I think you're conflating two ideas together. Conflating is the completely wrong word. There were two separate conversations that were had there, Jack. There was a one-shot that was talked about, but then there was that other conversation as well. Is this even drawing? No. Nice. Very nice. I think Serabukov's hair's lighter than this, isn't it? Let's have a look. Got it correctly again. Yay. Very much, very light. It's almost auburn. Is that a colour? And where's chat gone? Alright, see you, Dynamite. There should be another episode of Overlord coming relatively soon, so hopefully you look forward to that. I wonder if I can control hue while the layer is locked. Apparently no. Cool. It's bad that this is fluorescent as hell now, and that's not. That'll do, I guess. Without going into it properly. And lock that group. When am I going to give her pupils? When she deserves it. And does she actually have pupils? No. She just has very large, darker blue. Oh, I need to... There we go. They're all in a singular layer as well now. Yeet. It should tell me that there's... Fine. Does this hit the road? No. Not even close. Just sounds like something that I know. If you look at the webcam on the screen of the webcam, it looks like a cut ghost. What does that even mean? I'll be sitting here for the next couple of minutes just trying to work that one out, Jack. Ah, this is Megalovania or something, isn't it? Once again, a game that I've never played. Right, so, yeah, curls around. And then I'll clean up that. Wow, all of these retracted comments. Now I'm curious as to what they said. Heh? Why is that bit gone? Can I have song request? Yes and no, probably no, because usually what happens is YouTube will then go, "Oi, this is copyrighted, you know? You have two options. Either we take down the video, or you mute this section." Which means no one will be able to hear my angelic voice. So yeah, give you all the song requests you want. If that is what you want indeed. Ah, you're on this layer. No wonder I couldn't erase you. See, this is how long have I been going so far? About an hour. This I could have done in about 20 minutes if I didn't have to stop for all these damn issues that I'm having. Delete. We'll see in 5 minutes whether that takes effect. Ich bin eine what? That was German, wasn't it? And you hold the right sound. Is that one that you made in school or something, Jack? Delete the line art for this, it won't look quite as dodgy, and maybe I'll start to kind of like it. How does... I think it goes over to this side, doesn't it? You're looking at an angle. I can't even remember how these things work. You might be doing it the wrong way. You might need to go to the right. Because at the minute she's just staring off into nothing. Yeesh. Good thing I can do this. Yes, that one works. You gotta keep up with those seasonal anime, Sal. Through the Water and the Waves? I've not heard of that before. But yeah, the amount of times I have played Through the Fire and Flames on various mediums, I got quite good at the Guitar Hero level of that. But that's not really something to brag about, is it? Ah, that'd be why I used the wrong layer. Skew and skin. Grab the colour. Warm it slightly. make a new layer for the shadows. Get told that I can't because reasons. I don't have any of the Guitar Hero games with me. I never brought them with me when I moved. They've probably been sold by now. Oh well, that's what I get, isn't it? That's not too bad of a colour. Maybe I can saturate it a bit more and that would still be alright. I don't have a piano, I have a keyboard. And I don't need a real guitar, I have a bass. Because four strings is easier than 6. I think it's 6. Can't remember. I haven't even looked at a guitar in a while. Should be something that's just something that you remember without having to think about it, but really. So you're picking out some good songs there, Tenshi. Well, I don't know, I haven't heard Dragon Force in a while. I've probably gone off them-ish now. But it was something I used to listen to. But I don't think anyone could ever turn against Crazy Train. It's a bit like Ace of Spades. It's just one of those classics that you just can't ignore. I don't know what I'm trying to do here. I never actually gave her eyebrows, did I? Sorry, Lieutenant, you're just going to have to deal with it for a bit. But then again, she doesn't really have time to prim her appearance. She's got a war to deal with. Sal! Can you really afford this? But thank you either way. Yeah, go watch your seasonal stuff. See if it's any good, see if it's going to appear on my ever-growing list later on. Yeah, but I abbreviate it for brevity? Nah, brevity's the wrong word. I'm just lazy. When I googled it, I typed second lieutenant. At least the number. But I rarely actually give people their proper titles when they actually have them. What layer is it there? That is it the hair layer? It is the hair layer. Ooh. Hopefully that didn't break things. It did break things. Damn it. Can I just reset it? No. No. That would be too easy. Hiss. Hiss, hiss, hiss indeed. Let's do this and reset the crop on that. There. You don't get a mini version now because Chumbawamba. I take a whiskey drink, and a lager drink, and a cider drink, and a vodka drink. Yeah, I might know that song. When I was about 8 when I listened to it, and I knew most of the words. Can't remember, it was on a PlayStation game that I used to own. Can't remember what game it was though. It was either one of those terrible football games, or soccer games, sorry, or Micro Machines or something. I need to grab the layer for this so I don't go into the skin. Here you go. Fine, let's zoom in properly and get this somewhat close. Yes, I should just call it football. Or I can call it as what I've always called it, shit. I mean, people have had a go at me for as long as I could remember for not liking football. But you know, have I ever shat on what they enjoy? No. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be a two-way street. I might be lying. I might have told some people that what they like doing is stupid. Yeah, my granddad was a huge football fan. It's like, yeah, you can talk about West Ham all you like. It doesn't change the fact that I don't care. The lapels are they silver with a red border? That's a completely different colour in that shot. And there. There's almost no consistency. Unless she's still... That's before she gets promoted. Le confused. Let's watch this GIF. Yes, it must be when due to promotions. That might not be true. I might watch an anime-related football series if it's good. I didn't mind playing football. It's the watching other people play it that I found pointless. There we go. The rising in my tone there was because I couldn't remember what colour I was meant to be grabbing. Oh yeah, I can delete that. Maybe that'll save a bit of, I don't know what it's trying to do. Processing power? Shouldn't be. I've got overclocked i7 something something something. If I go quick enough, maybe I can watch it all be slow. Was that a King reference, Jack? Took a while for me to actually remember the name. Seem to have only registered half of the strokes there. While it's responding, I've got to be quick. And balls, as soon as I mention it. I will take the hardness down to 0 and try and do some light, just colour. The ts in the katakana, when it's, I don't know what you call it, subscript, it elongates the vowel sound. I think it does something. So it'll be sa-ka if that is the subscript version. Otherwise, yeah, you're pretty correct. Some people say fingers are the most difficult thing to draw, and most people would be correct. Okay, so undo. Undo. Thank you. No idea what I'm doing, just... like, I actually don't know what I'm doing here. I thought I had a plan. No, not potato. No, not the skin either. Damn it! because of my own incompetence, I can't do this. What if I go... Blop. Blop. There we go. Select, invert, delete. I can somewhat do it. Still crap though. Change. I'm learning Japanese, well, attempting to learn Japanese as well, so yeah. I have a bunch of different apps and learning references on my phone. I have a daily word that gets emailed to me to learn. Can't remember what yesterday's was. Oh, that was it. Long sleeve, which I can't actually remember. It's like Naga Mono or something. All I remember is Nagai is long, so Naga something with long sleeves. Yeah, kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Delete. Green. Pick the colour that I want. Thank you. Really, I need to look at an actual reference to get this, but oh well. How many of those did it actually? Almost none of them. And, well, actually, no, pretty much all of them, but I forgot to turn the hardness back. Oh yeah, you're underneath this layer, aren't you? That would be why you're not showing. I'm not doing anything wrong, Sat. There was poisoned potatoes in the show. Just because I'm showing an outcome that could have came to pass. How much of that actually went through? You be quiet, Ryan. This doesn't have to be historically accurate. Mainly because this wasn't Earth. At least our reality, anyway. They might have done. During the First World War, they had rations of heroin or something. And I will erase this section, maybe? Maybe? Okay, let's invert that. Please, just select it. And yeah, this isn't meant to be good. Mainly because I don't have the patience to stick with the program running at this speed. Yep. Give me this green. Go. 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 Wow. That's a big spike. And yet, once again, nothing on my performance panel. It's almost entirely confined within Photoshop and its eccentricities. No, I don't want to do it there. Control A. There we go. It should remind you of the girl from Saga of Tanya the Evil, because it is Second Lieutenant. I said it right that time. Victoria Serebiakov. At least it's attempting to be, should this actually ever let me draw again. What is going on? Fine, Control A, delete. Control that again. Almost forgot where my mouse was. Click the layer, please. I'm still waiting. Been waiting for a while. Victoria Ivanovna Serebiakov. She looked a bit funny in the anime, yeah. I've seen the artwork for the light novel, and I think it looks quite good. I've actually got the manga in one of the other rooms. Haven't started reading it yet, so I don't know the art for her in that though. Depends if it's an adaptation of the anime or not. You know, in what order it was made. Because I know the Overlord manga that I've got is an adaptation of the anime itself, rather than any of the other source material. Which is cool, I guess. Sure. Can't remember what you were used for, but let's go with that. This would all be in shadow, for the most part. I'll just use a tiny bit of indication there. The inside there would be good. Let's grab some harsh-ish shading there. Pretty much sweep the entirety of that. Small bit there, I guess. What is this? What is that? Hang on. This calls for an explanation. What layer is this meant to be on? Okay. I'm not even going to question that, why part of the uniform is on eyes. What is the weirdest medium for art that I have tried? Don't know. Fruit sculpture or something? I know one that I tried out but actually quite enjoyed was spray paint. But I know Tenchi is I can't emphasize anything with the current posture. I did organise the layers, Rambo. It's just that for some reason there was a sneaky bit of paint that went on the wrong one. Oh yeah, and because I don't have that mini layer, I can't see where I'm wrong. Oh, I'm trying to erase the wrong layer. There we go. No, 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 no. current angle, I would want to take out this and cross there. Is that what I'm doing? Don't know. Zoom in, please. I think I remember hearing someone do pixel art in Excel, yeah. But further than that, I'm not sure. Maybe I need to do something like something drastic. Stop telling me I can't do things. I know the Microsoft were trying to take away Microsoft Paint, and a lot of people were rightfully upset. Yeah, because of the way that I drew the current pose there, it's not working. At all. Like, at all. Oh well, let's ignore that for now until I... I shouldn't be sitting on my foot. Why don't I ever use my own advice? Why don't I flip the canvas? Oh yeah, that's why. It will take forever. I also haven't bound a macro to it. Oh, that didn't take too long. What layer am I on? I'm in this one. I really did need to clean this up a lot sooner, but oh well. It also appears as though... Oh, spoke too soon. I was about to say, it appears Photoshop enjoys it being flipped and was actually working. No, I'm just bad at what I'm doing. Just plain bad. There you go. Then flip reverse that as well. Can't remember. And yes, that was ish words at least. It was can't remember. but it pretty much came out as rubber. You can mock me to your heart's content. I'll be taking a closer inspection on that. We'll see. Don't you break. Kind of need my microphone. So, what's everyone's predictions on what percentage of this live stream is going to get blocked for copyright reasons? I haven't actually had any issues with copyright in quite some time on YouTube. Other platforms, yeah. You might be aware of that. Even BitChute has been a bit... Okay, maybe it was correct, but it shouldn't have deleted the video. Should have at least told me about it. It seems these companies have an issue with actually giving notifications. Turn that layer back on before you can see just how bad it looks. When I select a layer, I like it to be selected. Thank you. Thank you. I also probably should not have done the underlying main block with the soft brush, because it puts this weird feathering on the strokes. Don't die on me. Come on, computer. Well, it's not the computer, it's well, Photoshop for one, but there we go. I had to try and find my windows that I was using again. Are you back yet? Yeah, cool. No, still gone. So it really does look like I will be dropping Photoshop for a while, either going back to physical mediums Or Clip Studio? Is that what it was called? Don't know. My memory is absolutely terrible. Maybe I should have a drink. I did not select that layer. No wonder that wasn't drawing. What colour is her lapels when she eats? I'm going to just say it's either green or silver. I'm going to go with green. Someone can and probably will correct me. I'll put it on that layer, I guess. Hey, where are you? There you are, thank you. Prepare to be deleted. I will say I love this tablet. I just wish that everything else seemed to just... Well, I just wish everything else would just work. Instead of having to fight against it. Well, I'm going off images from the show itself, from what I see. Oh, that's what I'm missing. I'm missing all the red, aren't I? Or the trim. But like where she's sitting at the table, it's red and green instead of that silver. But then I think once she's... Hang on, does she have the pins? No, she doesn't. So it's before she gets promoted. So that's what I'll go with. This one. And I'm guessing I'll have to colorize it. This is so desaturated, it's painful. It's like almost a grey. And yet on this, it is so bright and red. It still desaturates slightly. It's annoying when it's only about 40% me being terrible. And the rest is the stuff I'm having to work with. Colour pick. Please and thank you in advance. Thank you. Where's my... I really need to put that on a new separate window so I don't keep losing it. Ah, nice. That's fine. It's fine. I don't mind infinite loading. It's still going, isn't it? Please don't crash. I haven't saved it in a while. There, saved. Oops. And it's incredibly close, but it's not actually. It's a slightly more saturated and brightened version of the uniform, but not by much. Probably about 5%. Oh my... Let me grab this colour. Thank you. Make a new layer. Let's make it darker. And why is everything stopped? Yes, continue. What? That hasn't happened before. YouTube telling me I've been watching too much. Do you want to continue? No, I want to sit here and not. Complete silence. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Nope. It needs to go this direction, doesn't it? That's almost indistinguishable from the last colour. What the hell? I need this bit to undo for me. Thank you. Now this might be a bit too... No, that looks fine. Is this the red? Height. Ich bin not impressed with Photoshop. See, I drew most of this uniform without reference, so I'm surprised that it's close enough for the most part. Especially with my terrible memory and ability to predict. Is everything right? I'm not sure. I'm going under the presumption that everything's still fine, but I don't know. If not, oh well. If my computer decides to break down and the internet stop and everything else, it just means that I got to do all of this without being interrupted, I guess. Oh, that was a weird response from the pen. Was the well, actually, I don't kind of hope that that was the name of the song. That would be a bit too obvious. Oh, it is. Okay. Let's try. Ah, that's what I can do. Grab myself a brown, maybe? About this. Is she holding a potato? Something like that. Is the darken? Was that the right layer style? Can't remember. about that, I guess. And until I look at references and redo the entire thing, yes. I use Photoshop for thumbnails and trying to do this. I mean, the amount of money that I've spent on my PC, it annoys me when things don't go, or don't work. And without taking everything apart just to see if there's just general wear and tear and I don't know, excess dust in there, there's nothing that I really can think of what's wrong. Because I can still run pretty much every single game on my Steam library in ultra settings. So it's definitely not the components of the PC itself. It might be a compatibility issue with Photoshop or something. Who knows? For logos and icons, I usually just go straight to Photoshop and start sketching it if I don't start out on paper. But yeah, then switch over to Illustrator. But I haven't done any logos or amulets? Logos or icons. I said amulets because Tenchi's question pushed to that. In a while though. Maybe I should get back to that, but no one's hiring me, so I'm not going to make logos for fun. But after seeing what you did with my channel logo, Flare, pretty good, pretty damn good. I'm going with yes, Tenchi. It would be hidden by the potato. And unless I reduce the size of it or do something. Luckily it is on its own separate layer. And there. So why am I hiding this? Oh, that's why I'm hiding it. There we go. So I can just drop that entirely and do whatever I like over the top. If I've had enough of the that's not how you spell potato, but let's go for it. I'd say that everyone can draw, and everyone has the potential to be able to draw really well. It just depends on what their standards are. Unfortunately, my standards are very high, and my talent is very moderate. Yep. I agree with that, Fleur. Save. Can I zoom out without it crashing, please? No, it's just scrolling down. And scrolling down. Don't zoom in! I know that you are telling me I can't do something, But I'm not trying to do something in that group. I'm in a completely different layer. And I'm trying to move the canvas. Photoshop now can't even tell what it's trying to do. Okay, everyone has the potential to be able to draw well. Because pretty much like anything in life, there's a lot of things that you're not going to be good at. There's a lot of things that I'm terrible at. But at the same time, you can always get better at them, because if this is the skill level that you're at, where you're bad, there are some people who have a natural affiliation with it. Just they start higher, but you can still reach the same peak. You just got to put in more effort. What layer is this on? I think I'm on the right layer at least. Let me just okay, clickety click, whack. Why did you go over there? Fine, be it like that. I really dislike contemporary art. For them, I can't say for the most part, but some of them are. And then you get the people who's like, "Oh, this is amazing. I think the artist is really tapping into the animalistic behaviour of society." No, it's just 4 planks of wood stapled together. Jesus. Alright, Poland, have fun. And it's this one I'm meant to be grabbing. Yeah, you're right there, Fleur. And then again, some foreign language speakers can probably overtake the native English quite easily in some cases. The amount of people I've had to explain words to in real life is... Oh, hi, damn, how do you pronounce it? Misanthropy? Misanthropy? Nah. Over on Twitch. How you doing? Are you gonna select this layer, please? How long have I been sat here waiting for it? There. I could just grab that colour, but it's close enough. There's a lot of things that I wish happened in school when I was still there. Having better teachers was one of them. Because even though my French teacher was alright, she didn't really get me to like French at all. Whereas my German teacher actually somewhat got me interested in it. Actually, I need to zoom in on that. Okay, I won't be zooming in if I'm... It was good enough. I'm in one of those moods right now. How to introduce yourself in English. How long have you been doing it? I can't remember how it was for French, but yeah, German just seemed to be getting through so much more material when it felt like we're actually accomplishing something. Doesn't help that I went to a language college, they called it, but it's a high school, it's not a college, but and so we were forced into doing French early. So then, still got 2 years left. Why don't you do A-level French? You know, university grade French. No thanks! Oh, you're forcing me. Okay. How they expected me to do well in A-level French when I barely scraped through GCSE level French. Yeah, a wider range of words is always good. Because then you can pontificate with pomposity and make everyone else look small. Until they call you out for not actually knowing the proper usage of the words. That has so far not actually happened, luckily, but it won't be too long. This is... I'm not touching the... This was just a test to see what it would look like. It's the right-ish colour, so I guess... But how do... Wrong one again. That's how it's achieved, is it? Okay. I might as well just give up at this point. This is all I've managed to do. This is terrible for 2 hours. Come on. Even at my admittedly very slow working pace. Oh, I didn't mean to let go. It's not that I hate it. It's just incredibly rough, and I haven't been able to refine anything because it's just not working, and all the lines are incredibly rough. I hoped to have had all these base colours down and done like 4 years ago, so I could move on to actually painting it rather than just getting the bases down. Why are you getting rid of the original mask? Come on. Well, not the mask, but the selection area. Let's dump that pen, see if the mouse does it better. The answer is yes. Maybe it's a... compatibility thing with the pen itself rather than Photoshop. No, it can't be because oh damn it, this layer. Because it's been slow when zooming in and stuff using the mouse, so it's not, I can't blame that. School trip, bus ride, a bunch of putting on carnival music, some other idiotic songs. I remember on my field trip to go snowboarding, the coach, it was like a, don't know, 24, 48 hour journey, can't remember how exactly, but it doesn't really matter. There was a TV. So, yes, TV. But I wasn't in charge of the TV. Yay. I don't want to watch Friends for 24 hours. Put something else on. If I drop this opacity down, I'll create a new layer. Maybe I can do some nice line art over the top using the current basis that I've got. I do need to drop the size of the brush quite drastically for that. And I need to zoom in and all the other good stuff. It's time. Ooh, goody. Actually, moment of panic. And this wasn't a play on my username or a pun in any sort. It was actual legitimate worry. Oh no, good. Whew. The episode is up and it should be good to go. So I don't need to do anything there. The video rendered at 2 in the morning this morning. I then leave it to upload while I'm doing other stuff. Usually with like 12 hours to spare. But I just have to make sure every now and again. They're fairly close, I guess. The sentence structure is different though. I don't. But yeah, I can get why. Yeah, I can get that joke or mockery if people say it wrong. You're struggling with a 15-point line, Photoshop. Go home, you're drunk. I haven't dropped any frames either. It's not a line, that's an eraser. Why are you going back to the eraser all the time? It can't be my fault for all of these issues, can it? It looks like forcefully using the mouse and jitter, horrible jitter. There might actually be something to I'll find some new drivers then, I guess. I've been fighting Photoshop for the past hour and a half, and yeah, I'm having enough. Why are you... It seems as though... See, this pen is now working perfectly fine. And what happened last time was that this pen didn't work and that one did. So there has to be something that Windows is fighting to just be this dreadful. And yeah, me using a soft brush here really ballsed it up, didn't it? No, this is the wrong layer entirely. Thank you. Yeah, that didn't like it. Yeah, I've got Clip Studio and I do like it. It's just I have I need to get used to it. But I can't hate it as much as I hate Photoshop right now. So yeah. My line art and whatnot I usually... Well, I tried doing in Clip Studio and I loved it. It's got so many features on that and the lines just come out much nicer. As you can see, I'm not really caring about lines right now, am I? I mean, look at that. Why is that gone all... Gonna stop questioning things right now. Oh yeah, you were meant to be a low opacity anyway, so that I can redraw it. It's fine. I don't mind. I know it's terrible. How can you say you're using the eyedropper and don't use the eyedropper, Photoshop? Come on. Plus, doesn't Clip Studio have like using some oil mixing in the way that it does its painting? The color blending. I mean, I like the concept of that, but I don't know how I'd get on with it. I'm ignoring this song and just singing bloody whatever song that was in my head. If I remember... thank you so much, Photoshop. Didn't want to draw anyway. This layer. Go. Hardness down. Go. Don't take 4 years to compute. Thank you. I mean, look how dreadful those edges are. Everything is bad about this. had enough of that stupid playlist thing. It's terrible. I've had enough of this drawing now. I've hated it for a while because of Photoshop. Photoshop has made me hate it. Well done, Photoshop. Here's another thing you have destroyed for me. Even if it was just a rough thing, it's gross as hell now. Photoshop can't even smooth the brushes, for God's sake. There are quite a few words that have multiple pronunciations with basically nothing other than context to tell you which one. It's great. Nope, that's too close. Good enough, I guess, for now. It's better than what some people can do, yes. Based on what I know that I have done in the past, it is a pile of flaming excrement. But the character herself makes up for it. What layer am I doing on? Who cares at this point? So there's several things I need to do. One of them is test out Clip Studio again. Another is download new drivers for my tablet. Why am I doing that? That makes no bloody sense. The angle is way off. Yes. It's like I'm not even paying attention anymore. Which actually is probably true. I currently have how many layers? Not that many. Apparently 17, but it looks a lot more than 17. And why has that been deleted? And what's this? Thanks, Photoshop. That's all I can say. Yes, we need to overthrow Photoshop. Make artwork great again. And I want to get rid of that layer. That's stupid. I need to find it though. Whap. See, all of this could probably have been done in about 20 minutes. Well, no, I lie. For me, probably like 40, 50. But instead it's taken 2 hours. Yes, build that canvas. Not sure what that even means grammatically. Let's put you on a layer down here somewhere, I think. No, this is what I want. Yeah, commands mono only really seem to be working if I use the mouse, which is a great way to draw, isn't it? I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just playing with layer styles right now. That looks like light novel, how they did that. Just that tiny bit of haze makes it look not so bad. You be quiet about that, Jack. I haven't actually drawn Eneka in a while. I've redesigned nearly all of them. And then I've put that on hold completely while I work on my other thing. Actually, what I might do is take all the line files off this completely, save that out, put it straight. Well, and this actually, because that would do things. Yes, I understand that tension. Anyway. Wow. You know what? That's... Christ. I can't even control it that well. Alright, here you go. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, save out the entire thing without the sketch work, and draw the lines nicely in Clip Studio. That seems like my next step, because I've been disheartened by this. I mean, this initial thing which I had wasn't too bad for the most part, kind of. I just spent far too long putting that together. I really do need some sort of go faster, you moron. If you can put that in a I don't know, some sort of edible form so that it actually gets through to me. I will actually be working on this afterwards because, well, I've put this much effort into it already, and it would be a shame not to. Well, not to. But I will turn off the music because I've had enough of music being fine. Although usually that last playlist was alright. I haven't had much problems with it. Very good, Tenchi. That might actually work, who knows? Unfortunately, not right now. Because it's gone to the point where if I've either got to start working on something else, or I'm just going to sit looking at it and not actually get anything done. Because I'll start procrastinating and finding something else, like talking to this and not actually holding any pens. So, hopefully, you can understand that I'll try to be better. Stick around for Overlord or something, what's coming up soon. I enjoy pencil drawing much better. You mean those two, Tenchi? They're there. I don't actually know if that got caught on camera or not. Who knows? They're relatively done-ish because it's just the line artwork thing there, and I wanted to get it close-ish to the original piece that I was using, because I, stopped drawing for so long. I can't do digital, as you can see. My go-to is definitely traditional. Unfortunately, then converting it over into digital is the issue for me. But yes, as a getting back to it, exercise of drawing again after how long has it been since I last did a digital drawing thing? Several months at least. So yeah, it's fun. It was originally, at least. If you want to maybe see more, try and force me to get drawing again. And pester me in Discord as much as you want. I'm pretty sure everyone here is in Discord, so that's good. Just, I don't know now. I'm buying time as much as I can. Join me again for another one. Join me for more, well, whatever videos appear on the channel. I'm going to be calling it here because, yeah, you know by now. I've complained about it by enough. But I hope I see all of you beautiful people again. Get some rest. And see you in the next one.